Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I see that I've got some really funny comments here. That's good. I need the laughs. Let's start off with Kathy the Cougar was on CNBC tonight. She looked a little worn out. She must live by the phrase money never sleeps, or a coach wouldn't let her. If he wasn't late, I would be worried. That's one thing he's consistent with. Oh, I'm consistent with a lot of other stuff other than that. Coach is wearing Kathy out. Now we, you all are funny. Now we all know why the Bustelo coffee dude needs a warm up act. Well, you could be like somebody already said here. You could be the warm up act, right? I think I finally have my portfolio filled with stocks and ETFs I plan to ride with for a while. Time to start dollar cost averaging weekly. About to have my first $1,000 dividend month next month. Well, congrats. Good for you. Sold off to consolidate and reposition. Think I'm finally where I need to be to start ramping up. Oh, good. Is he like this showing up to the office? No, I'm better showing up to the office. Coach should hire Hoffman to be his warm-up coach. Yeah, see? Good idea. What's your total portfolio value? Who, mine? Well, I showed one screen some time ago. Hello to you all. Good day. Why is our coach talking on buying Beto? It does look good for getting in on crypto. Yeah, I've mentioned doing that, haven't I? Howdy, J Money Dollars. Okay, so I put a post out asking all of you all if there's a better or similar options tracking tool to Thinkorswim, because I wanted to go into options trading with our dividend funds. I want to discuss some things that I've already hinted at before, particularly with UPRO, TSLL, TQQQ, and doing puts on our YieldMax funds. So I know there's such a thing as Thinkorswim mobile, but I don't think the think back feature works on that. So let's see. Thinkorswim, the web version is what I mean to say. Let's see here. Thinkorswim desktop, maybe. So we had a really good week in the markets this week. What's this? Everyone ready for their fat payouts on Monday? Yeah, the 17th, right? That's the big day. Big day. Yeah, our fund was down today. So let me do this here to start out with. We'll pay our old friend Yahoo Finance a visit. And Dow was up, S&P and NASDAQ were slightly down. The Russell was down. All right, so let's share this here. Happy Friday, yeah. It was a fast week. Okay, so let's go to Yahoo Finance here. And let's see. Okay, so TSLY, we were up 21 cents today. Still waiting for a little bit of pullback. We had some pullback in Beto. So I might be buying, and I might actually use my dividend from TSLY for Beto. Since we dropped, it might be a decent buying point. Let's see where we are, to be exact. Okay, so we're still up probably 60% for the year. We peaked at like 17 something for the year. Actually 18, 16. And okay, all right. So that's where we are. So we might be at somewhat of a point, at least. Well, a month ago we were at 1424 to 1440 or so. So let's get the dividends for this one. Give me a second here. Okay, so historical prices. Now this one has been, let's see, let me filter for dividends. Haven't been using the site for a while, so we will filter for this one. Okay, so February, March, April, and June. I guess we missed May, according to this. Our highest dividend here was 46.5 cents April 3rd, 42.8 cents June 1st. So I'm guessing, and this isn't always right, but we missed the month of May. So all right, let me do this here. Check comments here. Okay. What are you trying to do with options besides selling puts to buy? Well, what I've been doing all year, I've been trading in and out of the UPRO, the TQQQ, and then some other triple X leveraged ones. I know they're risky, but when these indexes go up, it does really well. So, and then of course puts also. Mo Money Monday, yeah, that's what we'll call Monday, right? Not necessarily leaps. These are more probably 6 months out or less. But I've been doing these. I've been trading in and out of them all year. I probably should have just stayed in because we're really starting to roll, at least in the Nasdaq and the S&P. So for my Meta and for my Nvidia, those were leaps also, but I sold those too soon. So that was kind of disappointing. Nvidia sold way too soon. I could go back almost a year ago. In fact, tomorrow, a year ago to date, I did a class presentation on NVIDIA where I was talking about how bullish I was on it. And I was right. I just didn't hold long enough, you know? So anyway, okay. What I want to find here is, okay, Thinkorswim web version. And if I'm not mistaken, I can't do the same stuff that I can do in the app. So let me see. I'm still looking for another similar software for this. Oh, bunch of disclosures here. Okay. We'll do this. Okay, so I'm in the web version. I could just show my paper money account. Oh, not eligible to place trades within Thinkorswim. How about that? Trade. Does it have the think back feature though? That's what I want to find. I want to see the think back feature. Let's see here. Scans. Let's do TQQQ. So the idea, the 4 trades that I was discussing, basically, you would have made a fortune. Well, in this case, I've had several successful trades on these this year. I've just done it multiple times instead of holding one all the way through. But the idea, and one day I'll get the printout from the actual Thinkorswim and show you all. But if you bought, well, it would have been leaps. If you bought leaps on TQQQ and UPRO and even TSLL 6 months ago at the beginning of the year, you would have made a fortune because of the leverage in the funds, because of the fact that they're options. They control so many shares. Given the performance of Tesla, the Nasdaq, and the S&P 500, you would have made a fortune in these funds because each one, the S&P were approaching up 20%, the Nasdaq were way up, and Tesla stock were up like 70%. And so, long story short, you would have made a fortune in these trades, literally, as the title says, printing Tendies. So, and to be exact, let's see. TQQQ is up for the year. We're up 160% for the year in the TQQQ. The UPRO is up. And these are all things to keep in mind because remember, the market probably, chances are a year from now, the market will be higher, possibly a lot higher than it is today. So 52% for the UPRO. TSLL is up for the year 278%. So you think about, you start getting 10, 20 contracts in these, massive amounts of money. Usually I try to match the direction of the market. I got it right today for 3 of the 4 indexes, right? So, all right, there's that. And then, so TQQQ, TSLL, UPRO. The other idea, which I've mentioned, you can basically, if you want to generate extra income on these not TSL, but these YieldMax funds, if you want to generate extra income, you can sell puts. And I meant to look today, since we're up further. We'll see what we do, because I anticipate by Monday, when people see these dividends, we're going to have a lot of more money flowing in to these funds. That's what I would anticipate. So, all right. Oh, and then when we get more money flowing into these, it's going to go up, and thus the premiums are going to be higher to sell puts on, right? So today we were at 1761. We're at 1769 in the after hours. I'll just go to my mobile app here for Thinkorswim to put together a mock trade. And let's see what we got here. Hold on a second. Where is it? Okay. Let's see. Oh, TSLL is coming back up. Might be a sell point by Monday. So if I were going to put together a put, selling a put on TSLY, say August expiration date, which is a month away, $16 strike price. And then let's see. So for puts, let me see now. I think the premium didn't change too much. Sell. Oh, only $250. We could have got like 800 a couple days ago. So it's not going up, I guess, because we're getting closer and closer to expiration. We're almost 30 days out. So we might have to look at this trade for next month. 248 million assets under management. Nice. Okay, cool. All right, let me go back to Yahoo here, Yahoo Finance. Share this screen here, and then we'll go to, because the web version of Thinkorswim is not working too well. I can show you all what it shows me, but it's not showing me too much. Here's how it looks. I was typing in TQQQ, and this is what it comes up with. It's kind of a shell of what the web app has, basically. It's got a good-looking, candlestick chart, but I was clicking on scans, trying to find the, what do you call it, the think back, but it's not coming up. So, all right, with that, let's go here again, go back to Yahoo. Keep checking as Tapa's earnings are coming. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's next week, right? What day next week? I forgot. But yeah, we could have had like 80 cents per. It would have been $800 across 10 contracts. So it kind of fell fast. But you're right, volatility will definitely skyrocket again. So that could be good for us coming up next month for the dividend too. So, all right, let me do this. Let's see here, share screen. This was Beto. We were talking about Beto. Go back over here. Okay, so let's see what Tesla did today. TSLL was up 35 cents. It's funny, some of these can move up just a little bit, and your premium moves up a lot in proportion. So like that's what TSLL did for me today. It's almost back to where it was. Let's look at Tesla. This is getting clunky here. 281. Okay, so we're back to over 280. Oh, earnings date is July 19th. That's Wednesday. That's right. Okay. So let's go here. Let's get out of Yahoo. Let's go to Seeking Alpha. Seek some alpha. Close this. It's making my computer clunky. Right. Close this out. Close this one too. Close it. Oh, I got this open a bunch. All right. Yep, the 19th. Taiwan Taipei is on. Welcome. Okay, well, we got 46 of you on. Let's try to have some fun, right? Okay. Seeking Alpha. Seeking Alpha. Maybe pull up the engineers article. TSLY. Okay. Where are... That's weird. It doesn't have as many followers on here as some of the others that I see. Let's share the screen. What's this here? Commodore 64. If you are buying a call for any expo, pick deep in the money. The deeper in the money, the higher the delta. The closer it is to 1 means it moves exactly as the stock does. Every dollar the stock goes up, so does your option. Oh, I agree. Actually, it moves up better the closer it is to 1. So like an 80 delta is really good, but not everybody thinks the same on that. There's different schools of thought. But for me, the ones with the higher delta have worked better typically. But the closer you are to expiration, the more you're going to have the time decay as well. Coach is trying to, oh, I read that one. Okay. Kathy Woods bought 8 million shares of Tesla. Is that in her personal account or an ARC? Hopefully she did it in ARC if she did it in her personal account, right? That's what I would hope for. Okay. Oh, I do too. I mean, I'm agreeing with you. I mean, the higher delta is better, but I know there's different schools of thought on it. I mean, we all like making money. I just tend to talk myself out of bigger gains because I'm, you know, I see them move so quick that I'll sell because I've lost money on options too. So I talk myself out of much bigger gains with NVIDIA and with Meta, of course. Okay, so here we are on Seeking Alpha, TSLY. I know the engineer published a new article. I haven't pulled it up yet. I assume it has to do with TSLY. Oh, here it is right here. Speaking of printing Tendies. So this is him right here, I think. TSLY, is it the ultimate money printer? Let's skim over this one real quick. So here's the summary. The YieldMax Tesla option income strategy ETF uses a synthetic covered call strategy. The TSLY ETF is expected to leave holders with considerable alpha due to the difference between its yield and expected NAV erosion. Distributions vary, but its most recent monthly payout of 6.32% translates to an annual rate of 75.32%. Its long-term NAV erosion can be mitigated through a variety of ways, and its volatility can be hedged. I currently rate TSLY a buy. Interesting. Okay. Print some money. I began paying attention to the YieldMax Tesla option income strategy back in February, a little bit before this channel did. After they posted their second distribution, at the time it was clear to me that this relatively new covered call ETF was going to pay an extremely attractive yet variable dividend. However, because of the mechanics of how it generates income, I also knew that it was likely going to suffer from a long-term erosion of its net asset value. The fund is still relatively new, so Seeking Alpha's listed yield of 35.33% tells an incomplete story. The last several months of distributions extrapolates out to an annual yield of 59.44%, spot on, while the most recent monthly distribution translates to an annual yield of 75.32%, which is phenomenal. After watching its behavior for several months now, it has become more clear that the difference between its yield and its NAV erosion is likely still going to leave holders quite pleased. For this reason, I still consider it a buy. So he's kind of in agreement with all of us, and well-reasoned, right? So here's the rest of the article. Here's the holdings, distributions, and this is written, really well, really easy to follow. So yeah, look at that. Look at these charts here, and then the TSLL and TSLS for hedging. It's quite good. Conclusion: the long-term fate of TSLY is tied to the long-term fate of Tesla. How about that? Kind of like what I've been saying too. Personally, I think Tesla stock is currently overvalued, but I also think the company itself has a bright future. The one thing I can tell you with any confidence is that people will continue to argue over the future price action of Tesla for years to come. It's the disagreement that Tesla owners are investing in, not Tesla. This means that while each upcoming Tesla earnings report is very likely going to move the price of both Tesla and TSLY, each individual report is unlikely to significantly affect long-term volatility. In fact, each Tesla earnings report causes a period of elevated implied volatility, so those months are more likely to produce higher distributions. Exactly right. Okay, let's go back to comments here. I wish I had some tool to show some of these options trades. Yeah, green is green. Oh, only one more comment. Let me see how many of you responded to the post I made here. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I see the live video there. Just 2 thumbs up, no responses. How about that? Well, I need some tool because with this StreamYard feature, I'm not able to share the Think Back feature in Thinkorswim. What I'll have to do, I'll have to prepare in advance. I'll have to take screenshots and then probably show them during the video. So anyway, all right. Well, we're at 2,007 subscribers. It fluctuates back and forth by one at a time. Does E-Trade have Think Back? I don't know actually. I can try. I did get my one account reactivated that had a little money there still. I do know I like their feature that you can go to and construct premium when you're looking at spread trades and whatnot. So all right, let me stop sharing this one and then we'll try E-Trade, I guess. If they do have it, you'll have to tell me where it is. I would think they would because they're like the main competitor to Ameritrade. So I would think they would have it. Let's see. Oh, you know what? It just doesn't get any easier. When they reactivated my account, I'm not approved. I don't think I'm approved for options. Let me see. Well, let me try this, TSLY. Maybe I can still play around with it. Actually, okay, so I still can play around with it. All right, so let me share this screen. We'll do this here. Probably go for about a half hour today. I'll figure it out in a second. I want to show like the historical trade if you had bought NVIDIA call options back in the beginning of the year and held them until today, or Meta, or TQQQ, or UPRO. And I'll get that eventually. It's a very quick, I can put it together in like probably less than 20 minutes and Thinkorswim if I sit there and focus. I just need to do it and then get screenshots and then do a video. But for now, I'll go here. All right, so this is E-Trade. This is TSLY. This is, say we were going to do like a put spread. Or say we were just going to sell puts. Sell to open, expiration August 18th. This was the trade we were just going over. Strike price $16. See, there's not much premium to be had. see, there's not much. But if we were to go November, see, still not much. Even in February, there's a lot more, obviously, because you have the time value. But you're talking about holding until next February, you know. So what's really catchy, what will really bait amateur traders into stuff like that, if you find a stock like Mercado Libre and you start looking at premium. So say you were going to sell, do like a poor man's covered call. Say you happen to own the shares. Check this out. At market, look at that one contract. You'd get like $2,000. That's like a, paycheck, and then you start doing 10 of them, then you're looking at like, oh, that's like half a year's salary for some folks. And then you start rolling it out. You see where this can get dangerous. But a stock like this, you have big movements, so you kind of want to stay away. Amazon used to be this way too, but obviously Amazon's $134 stock at this point, so it's a bit different. If you were to do this strategy here to sell covered calls close to, you don't want to go close to the strike. You'd want to go out, obviously. See, but there's not much premium to be had. Anyway, anybody that's familiar with E-Trade, do you know where the think back feature would be or similar? Oh, Tasty Trade. I don't think I'm on there. But I do know E-Trade does have a good portal to do like the spread trades. You can see what exact premium you would get from the spread trades. That's one thing about E-Trade that I do like. But I like the Thinkorswim and Ameritrade a lot better. So, all right. I wish I knew where that was because I would do it live. Options. I'm already here on options. But there's a power E-Trade. You know what? This might be what you're talking about. I've used the power E-Trade before. There are some things you can do here, but I'm not sure about the think back. Let me see if this is sharing here. Let's see. Move this off to the side. Let's see. Are we? Oh, we're still on the last screen. Stop sharing this one, and then we'll do this. The comments are kind of quiet tonight. All right, so Power E-Trade is another thing. Trade Lab. Let's see here. Well, I know what it'll do. It'll let us think forward, but not think back. Options. I've used this on my phone, but I'm more familiar with Ameritrade. This is September 23. I don't want to look at NVIDIA right now. Let's look at TQQQ. So TQQQ, there's a way what it will show if the underlying asset moves up to a certain value, you'll see how much money you can make in the option. What's the light bulb here? I don't want that. Platform tutorials, don't want that. Let's see, this is August. August. All right. The idea is, though, you can make a ton of money on these. Like the NVIDIA one, and darn, I wish I could share it on here. I mean, I have Thinkorswim, the web app, open, but with this StreamYard service, it's not going to let me share it, and the web version doesn't allow me to do it. So anyway, I think NVIDIA, if you had got like 10 contracts a year ago, you would have made like a 6-figure income at this point. So that's what I mean by printing Tendies. Maybe we'll have to have a sequel to this video. Anyway. Oh, we got someone new on here. Let's see here. Oh, you're saying change the date back to any point in time. All right, I'll try to go back there again. We're all tied tired from the long work week. Well, if you saw what you could make in these options, it would wake you up, like that. It's the delta times the increase in share price. Yeah, you're right. That's pretty easy, right? So with, well, I'd have to know the delta to figure that out. Yo, just want to say hi, that you have convinced me to create a YieldMax dividend portfolio. Well, cool. Welcome to the channel. I don't know if we've seen you on here. Looks like you've got some impressive credentials here. PT, DPT. What is that? Sounds impressive. Anyway, well, welcome. Delta times increase times 100. Yeah, but I've got to pick one from the past. All right, well, we'll just say, I guess, we'll just say 80 delta. All right, because that's what we would have picked anyway, right? So let's look at TQQQ. So we would have picked one. What did we say? We're up 160%. You're going to ask me to do math right now? Okay. So this one is up $27. So would it be 27 times 80 times 100? Because that would be 216,000. Oh, nice. Well, welcome to the channel. We definitely needed a physical therapist in the audience. It's great. All right, Hoffman. So is this right? So 216,000. I would have gotten 10 contracts because that's normally what I do. So 80 cents. Oh, all right. So 0.8 times 27 times 100. That's for one contract, right? So times 10 would be $21,600. So in the TQQQ example, all right, that's what I did, 0.8. So here, I'll put this in the chart here. 0.8 times 27 times 100. That's for one. TSLL, or excuse me, TQQQ example. So times 10 because we would buy 10 contracts. We're kind of looking back in time, basically. So that would have been $21,600. Nice. I mean, that's a nice gain. Now, NVIDIA, here's a good one. NVIDIA, and then we'll do Meta. Meta, we're above 300, which is funny because I think we predicted that, but for whatever reason, I sold. So Meta would have been, so we're up 148%. So 0.8, oh, excuse me, I need to do the dollar amount up. Year to date, $184. Wow. So $184 times 0.8. I know I did this in finance class, but I've forgotten it. Times 100. Watch this. 10 contracts, boom. 147,200 in Meta. Oh, look who showed up. Ghosts and cars. Perfect, because ghosting is becoming more and more of a thing among people in today's world. So, I was making a joke today with a friend. When you go travel around and you see like these ghost hunters and stuff like that, I actually want to ask one, do you like hunt people, like people that ghost you? Because I would rather contract your services for that, Anyway, just a little fun there. So you said, I've been wanting to try options, but nervous because I don't understand them. Well, not to worry, you've come to the right place. If my options videos got more views, I would do all kinds of options videos. Because I was in your shoes before where I didn't understand any of this stuff. But luckily, you've come to the right place. And you're going to be motivated to learn this because you see what we would have made in Meta, 10 contracts of Meta from the beginning of the year, right? So, yeah, there's just something with, I don't know, like, just, you think you figure people out, you think you understand people, and then you don't. You get ghosted sometimes. Okay, NVIDIA. This one is really gonna, I'm going to be upset about this one over the weekend because I did a presentation on this a year ago. It's on another channel of mine. And you have services somewhere in the market. What market? There's a ghost hunting market? That's funny. By the way, I think I said the other day, you have a cool picture, but you should have like the mystery machine from Scooby-Doo. That would be cool. All right, so NVIDIA. Oh, this one's gonna hurt. Oh, get ready for the knife through the heart. $312. Oh my God! Since the beginning of the year, we were up $312. It's okay. I like doing this because no pain, no gain, right? 300. Oh, come on. It's 312 since the first trading day of the year. We're at 455 today. We fell about $5, so we'll be a little generous. 455 minus 312. You mean the stock was $143 a share in the beginning of the year? Just somebody punch me right now, please. Times 0.8. Watch this one. Times 100. Times 10. 114. So we would have made more in Meta. Wow. How about that? So NVIDIA, 114,400 in. And not to worry, because I'm going to show these calculations we're coming up with. I'm going to show the real numbers in the backtest feature, hopefully on the next video. I know I've been saying that for a while, but I will show these. So literally, you're printing Tendies with options, as the same crowd that likes to ghost everybody likes to say. I think that's a Wall Street Bets term, printing Tendies, right? Okay, so let's see. Covered Meta, covered NVIDIA, which weren't in the title. Let's do UPRO now. I'm clueless on options trading. Where's the risk? Oh, the risk is it could all move against you. And then the downside is more, well, the maximum risk when you're buying calls, you just lose all your money. That's the maximum risk. Now, if you're short options and whatnot, you could lose more than, I mean, you can really, if you're in short positions, like you could end up betting the whole farm, and that can get really risky. But you got to know what you're doing. Like I did that a year ago with Mercado Libre and made too many big wagers on that one. But the premium that you see is very enticing on those. Unlimited loss if you're short. Yeah. Okay. But potentially unlimited gain. So high risk, high reward is how you could look at it. Okay. So TQQQ, did we do this one? I think we did. I think I have it up here, right? 21,600. That was for TQQQ. Now let's do the UPRO. I'm surprised that I would think TQQQ was more. Now UPRO is up only $17, but this is keep in mind, this is a triple levered ETF. So $17, let's see, 17 times 0.8 times 100 times 10, that's only 13,600. I wonder if that's right, because I just think it would be a lot higher actually. 13,600 and UPRO. And in some parallel universe, I did all of these, made all this money. But in reality, unfortunately, I didn't quite do this. I did do the Meta one, but I got it a year ago when it was still up here instead of when it dropped here around December, January. And then it went up to here again. But, you know, I bought in high instead of buying at the bottom. So perfect timing can make all the difference in the world, right? So anyway, all right, hope that was useful to you all. Well, we'll just make it an even 40 minutes. So somebody give me a last minute, something here, last minute. Oh, here we go. Learn options by researching the wheel strategy, then move on to selling credit spreads, easiest to learn. Yeah, I just need to get back into it. Like I said, I burned myself on some dumb trades a year ago, but I need to just put that in the past and move on, right? As they say. Oh, engineer, we read some of your article earlier. That's the same advice I give everyone else. Learn the wheel, then move on to other strategies. Well, I started with just buying calls. That was how I started. Because in 2020 and 2021, there was a lot of money being made with that. So, well, that's a good tip there for everyone. I'll end on that note. So if you haven't already, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all for tuning in. I will, at some point, get those screenshots from Thinkorswim, and we'll share those on here, and we'll have some fun looking those over. So thank you all for tuning in. Hope you have a good evening, and see you on the flip side. Take care.